Hello, everybody. My name is Lucas Jaden, and I am really excited to be able to introduce the organization Inspire Sports to you, that I am privileged to be the founder and director of. To gain some insights on what summarizes where we've come to this point, we have an awesome video that's up on our website at inspiresportswi.org if you'd want to check it out. It looks like this when you get to our webpage, and I'm going to save you that time and jump right into just a very brief story about how our mission has shifted over the past 6 years. So originally, Inspire Sports, we developed it to serve athletes with special needs. But we found something radically different than what we expected, and that was the benefit that our clinics, which are created for high school and college athletic teams to pair one-to-one with individuals with any type of special need in the community, we found that the benefit for the mentors was just as incredible. And so on the picture in front of you is a young man by the name of Raymond. And Raymond had another brother named Nicholas who came to our clinic for the first time. And it was a volleyball clinic at Appleton East High School. Now, this was a few years ago. It was the first time we ever got to meet these two guys. And they were both pushed in by their mom. First came Raymond, then mom ran back outside, pushed in Nicholas next. And as you can see, both boys had a very difficult time controlling any of their extremities. In fact, their head just kind of lays off to the side because they have no control of it. However, when I saw these guys for the first time, our mission is that whoever walks through the doors, we are going to meet their needs. But I can tell you, I was a bit nervous as I saw these guys come into a volleyball clinic. And so as I'm kind of scheming in my mind of who's going to partner with them, how are we going to meet their needs, there was a long line of kids, and I'm just a little bit frazzled at the point. The mom just stopped me, and she's like, "Hey, Lucas, we're so excited to be here today. And in fact, all you need to do for Raymond and Nicholas to have a great time," she pointed at the beach balls that you see in the picture there. She said, "Partner them with an outgoing mentor who's not going to hold back. And just have them take that beach ball and just bop it off their head over and over again for the entire clinic." And I froze. Like, are you real? Are you for real? She's like, "Yeah, absolutely." She said, when they get bored with that, just have them race up and down the court with their wheelchairs. They'll have a blast. And so I looked around and found those two daring mentors who did just that. And Raymond and Nicholas could neither bounce the ball back or serve it or bump it. But what they could do while they were getting bumped with the ball was smile. And they smiled from cheek to cheek like you could not believe. And in between that, their mentors did. They raced them up and down the volleyball court, underneath the net, in and out. And during this time, I have to admit that I was pretty vigilant of how their mom was taking this. I saw her sitting off into the bleachers, and all of a sudden I saw her crying, tearing up. And I'm like, "Ooh, too much on the beach balls. Like, God, that probably went too hard," right? And so I go over there and I'm like, "Hey, how are things going?" And she said it was the most amazing experience that her kids have had to this point, that finally she was able to watch her boys who needed one-to-one support just to be able to get out there, to finally get in on the action. And that's all that she wanted, was for her boys to get in on the action. And for this group of kids who were in the middle of their season, which was long and tiring, and for some of them who don't get to play or had many excuses to why they shouldn't be grateful for their opportunity, learned a really valuable lesson that day, that with a perspective shift, with a new view on reality, every opportunity becomes a blessing. And so our mission of Inspire Sports has radically shifted to one where we once thought we were doing this for kids with special needs, to one now where we know we are building transformational leaders, the kids that show up to serve these kids with special needs, that have to respond in the moment to meet needs. But we're building transformational leaders by serving, loving, and inspiring athletes with special needs. Because there are many stories like Nicholas and Raymond, stories of perseverance, of just pure joy and perspective challenges that we see so beneficial for our youth that are are on the grind of becoming the best versions of themselves as well. So that's our story of how our mission has shifted. Now to the logistics of why we're excited to potentially be able to partner with you and what we're about. So our first year of existence, we held one clinic, and we had to recruit to get kids to show up, and we had just around 70 total people involved for this one clinic, and it went really well, to the point where now, 6 years later, we have accumulated over 15,000 people that have gone through our programs, whether as a mentor or a participant, over 80 clinics spanning across the country, most heavily, though, in the state of Wisconsin. What we do, though, know is that our mentors are the lifeblood of our organization. Our kids from anywhere from 14 to 22 years old that serve as our one-to-one mentors. And we want to do everything possible to be able to train them to be the best version and best mentor they can be. So we surveyed over 1,000 mentors and 1,000 kids that have gone through our programs and asked them, what is the toughest challenge that you face to be the very best version of yourself that many people may not know about, but what is that challenge? Now, it's important to note that a lot of these kids are deemed the leaders or the kids that have it all together on the outside. And we did this through an anonymous survey. And the results really took us back. Here are 3 of the examples that kind of summarize what we had. If only they knew, and then they filled it in, that the expectations of my parents and coaches to perform is suffocating. I never feel like I'm enough. It's exhausting. If only they knew that I've been suffering with anxiety for the past 3 years since my dad left our family. I feel like I'm walking around with heavy chains on my shoulders. If only they knew that I seem popular because I'm outgoing and good at sports. The truth is that I've never been at a lower place. In the last year, I was hospitalized for trying to take my own life. Sometimes it gets to be too much. Literally, the responses rolled in as deep and as heart-wrenching as these, that these kids that we think have it all together and yes, serve and lead, need support and an opportunity to learn and grow personally to be able to continue their ability as mentors. And so this is where our program is evolving to be able to provide support for our mentors in what we call mental skills and leadership, along with continuing to provide the Inspire sports clinics for kids with special needs. How are we going to do that? This next year, we're rolling out a program called Inspire from Within, underneath our Inspire Sports brand, that includes a year-long mental training curriculum for kids at 4 local high schools. To do this, we're partnering with 2 of the leading organizations in the world when it comes to mental skills. They liked our mission and wanted to join in. Train to be Clutch is a mental skills consulting business that works with some of the best NBA, NFL, NCAA programs in the world that is donating their curriculums, their insights. The app Headspace has donated over $39,000 worth of software for each kid going through our program as a mentor to receive mindfulness training. So now mentors that are within the Inspire from Within program will be able to go through this training throughout the entire course of a school year. Second part of this program is within that school year, they're going to be partnered with an Inspire kiddo, a kid with special needs, for the duration of an entire year, meeting once every 2 weeks. While we love our clinics that happen once a year for different programs, we really want to dig deeper into some of our communities. And by providing a year-long training for mentors, along with a year-long partnership between mentors and kiddos, we know that this is going to have incredible results. But now we're not just going off of what we think will work. Last year, we had the opportunity to run a pilot program for over 100 mentors. And here's the feedback. So our pilot program feedback included that 98% of these kids believe that the course, the mental training that they went through, helped them grow personally and as a leader. Discussions around how to handle tough conversations, how to navigate what we call dungeon moments or stressful situations were what we discussed in those sessions. 92% said that they would highly recommend this to a peer or another person for the following year, which is what we'll be taking on this year. What did that sound like from the kids and their responses? It was amazing. There is nothing like this available in our schools to help handle stress better and make a strong impact in the life of another student. I realized that I'm not the only one going through challenging times. It was refreshing to get tools to work through my dungeon moments and learn how to help others do the same. Well, coming back here. And third, I don't know what's going on with the computer here. Sorry about that. Bring it this way. Gotta love technology. I didn't realize how ignorant I was when it came to the brain. I have performed way better in stressful moments because I know what's going on. The training curriculum that we have kids go through is not just leadership stories. It's specifics on how does the brain operate? How can we train it to become better in those stressful moments? Our target to be able to fully incorporate and fund this program is $57,000. Now, this will include 160 mentors and roughly 100 to 160 Inspire athletes with special needs. $33,000 are already funded by the partnering schools. We believe it's very important if these schools want to partner with us that they have that skin in the game, and they do. And so what we're looking for is $24,000 by partnering sponsors. Now, what specifically are we looking for with this money? We're going to be it functions as, this money will function as seed money to start this program and be able to carry it through in the future. So number one is training curriculum material. We'll have books. We have a few different things that we would like to purchase to be reused by the students. Number two is facilitators, to be able to meet with our 160 students in small groups once every 2 weeks. We're looking at getting some new equipment for our actual clinics that will be happening once every 2 weeks at the respective schools. Many of our students in their districts will be getting transported from a middle school or an elementary school to the high school. So to help with some of that busing costs at the beginning is another area. And then finally, every person that goes through this program, we want to get a t-shirt. That serves more as just, just a regular t-shirt, but rather a brand that's showing off what we're believing in. And so while we know $57,000 is a huge target to gain, and especially asking for or pushing for a $24,000 investment by you guys, what would you gain other than, we know you don't do this just to see what you can gain, but how would you benefit by partnering with us? Now I got to get back to my slide here, so thanks, bear with me. I no idea what's happening with our geeking out. There we go. So by being the major sponsor for this, first off, we're going to be sending out, as a part of going through our training curriculum, we believe in thank you notes. We believe in the power of gratefulness. So every mentor that's going through our training curriculum is going to be sending out in total, we're going to send out 1,900 thank you notes to role models in their lives. Your brand will go front and center on that thank you card as a supporting sponsor. These are notes that are going out to people right in our community for the actions that they have done in leading the way, is not just being a leader who talks a good game, but actually leads by example. Second, you'll go on the back of all of our t-shirts that we'll be giving out to our mentors and participants. A banner will be visible at all of our schools that we're working with. And finally, you'll be listed as a major sponsor on our website. There are also other ways for people within your company to get involved if that's their area of strength that they would like to do. We've had that happen multiple times in the past. And the overall purpose, though, honestly, is for you guys to be able to share your wisdom with us. That's what we would love to have. That goes beyond just dollars, and it's experience that you can share, thoughts on how we can better do what we do, which is serving, loving, and inspiring individuals with special needs, and ultimately building transformational leaders. So finally, just leave you with a thank you note that one of our mentors just received. It said, "Dear Jalen, John," who's listed on the picture there, "cannot stop talking about you. The Inspire shirt is his prized possession, and your team poster is hung right above his bed. The camp memory never fails to make John smile. Just wanted you to know that you made a huge difference. Sincerely, the Klitsky family." With your partnership, we will be able to not only do this just once or twice, but to create a relationship in something that is incredibly groundbreaking, both in developing our leaders of the future, but also in serving kids that are underserved in our districts. And so we thank you for even having this opportunity to get to know us and our organization. Please feel free to reach out at any time to learn more about what goes into our training curriculum, or what do our events look like, or more about Inspire Sports, the details of our organization. Thank you very much, and have a great day.